welcome back to Bourbon Riders. In today's In the Hunt of a Unicorn series, we're going to head up to the Marietta, Kennesaw area. We're going to go to 3 places and see if we can find some unicorns. First up, Bullock's Wine and Spirits in, I believe it's Marietta. So we got everything packed and ready to go. So let's go ride. Well, welcome back to another episode of In the Hunt of the Unicorn. We're headed down to Marietta, and we're going to visit Bullock's. I think it's Wine and Spirits off of Sandy Plains Road. And then we're going to head to Sherlock's, which is a well-known liquor store, liquor franchise here in the North Atlanta area. And then last but not least, we'll head to Total Wine in Kennesaw as our final stop and hunt for the unicorn. So I need to get over. Yes, sir. Need to pay attention to my GPS and not so much my audience. I'm just kidding. I always pay attention to my audience. So we're kind of taking the back roads. We could get on the interstate, but what fun is that? I'll get on the interstate to come home, but other than that, back roads all day, every day. Okay, we're back on again. Had a battery replacement. I get about 20 minutes of recording on this GoPro 8 before I need to change out the battery. I wish it lasted a little bit longer, but I'm recording in 2.7, so I'm sure that takes a lot more juice than 1080p. We will be at our first stop momentarily. And I really planned this from kind of small to big. I know all 3 of these shops. I used to live over in this area, so I would shop here. So we're going to the smallest first, that's going to have the least amount of bourbons. And then we're going to a little bit larger one, Sherlock's, which has a good selection of bourbons. And then we're going to Total Wine, which pretty much, other than someone like Tower, has more bourbons than anyone else in the area. So, and the more bourbons you have, the more likelihood you're going to find, we hope, a unicorn. This bike gets it. It really gets it. I love my Street Twin, but this 900 triple, man, it just books. I hate to think what the 1200 was. I decided I didn't want the 1200s. Not because of the cost, because of the weight. I wanted something that was light. We're almost there. I'm still recording. I am. Bullocks. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Known this store for years. I'm still not sure how you pronounce it. Bullocks. Wine and Spirits Warehouse. It's a busy little place, let me tell you. It's a fan favorite around here. Got a nice little parking job. Yeah, this park, I will park in reverse on a motorcycle in a heartbeat, just because I find it's easier to get out, especially in a busy place like this. So naturally, like we said before, we do not have permission to film inside, nor do I want to. The customers aren't expecting that. So we're going to leave this right now, and we'll see you in a minute. So, welcome to our first stop, Bullock's Wine and Spirits Warehouse. Well, you'll never guess. I never would have guessed it. We had a hit. In fact, really, I think we hit a home run. And let me show you why. Colonel E.H. Taylor, small batch. Now I can tell you that I was just joking with the guy. He was going back to look at the 1792 bottled in bond, to see if he had one in the back. He had one in the back a while back, so he was checking. And I said, whoa, while you're back there, pull out an E.H. Taylor. Joking with him. What does he come back with? He comes back with an E.H. Taylor. So, we're definitely going to do a first pour on that, but we're going to go ahead to our two other stops. Even though we've hit a home run, we're going to see maybe if we can hit another. So next place is Sherlock's over in, I think it's still considered Marietta. So let's head over there. Well, no unicorn on our second stop at Sherlock's Locker, as they call it, over here. And really, I think it's Kennesaw over here at this point. So I can't really be sad because I already picked up a unicorn at the first place. And now we're on to Total Wine, which isn't far away from here. And we will see if we can find a unicorn over there. Now, I will tell you, Sherlock's has an excellent selection of bourbons. A lot of very unique ones, as well as the fan favorites. So this really is a great location to come and not have the trappings of a big superstore like Total Wine. You can get in and out of here pretty quick. So let's go on to our third location. Where is it that you like to shop for your bourbon? So just comment below. Where is it that you go for your bourbon? Is it a little mom and pop shop around the corner? Is it a national chain down the block? Is it a superstore like Total Wine? Or do you get your bourbon on the internet through Drizzly or some other means? I know some places will actually sell direct to you. I know at what is that? I think at Bowman Brothers. If you're in Virginia, they will sell direct to you. They will sell and ship you a bottle. Now you correct me if I'm wrong on that in the comments, but when I was on their site the other day and they talked about ordering, it was all about like, well, yeah, you can order on the site, but you have to be a resident of Virginia. Well, in a 3-running game, we had a home run in the first inning, we struck out in the second inning, and we struck out in the third inning. But we still won! So, we ended up snagging a Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch, very happy about that, in our first stop. So, next time, we'll do the same thing in a new area. I think we're going to go up probably over to Cumming. We appreciate you spending time with us. And when we get back, we'll show you the bounty. See you then. Well, we had a good run today in our second episode of In the Hunt of a Unicorn. We ended up finding this bad boy. Now, this has been on my unicorn list for a while. I started drinking bourbon 2 or 3 years back, and mostly it was Buffalo Trace. It was one of the first bourbons I tried that I liked, and kind of just stayed with it until Buffalo Trace started becoming really hard to get. And probably about a year ago, I started looking at other bourbons and looking at what was in the Buffalo Trace lineup. So I've been looking for an E.H. Taylor for a long time. I've seen plenty of reviews on it, and it just seems to be an outstanding product. The fact that it's the MSRP is around $40 is crazy if you ask me, especially being that you can't find the product. It's like, hey, up the price a little bit, up the production a little bit, and let's get some on store shelves. That being said, I've never seen it on a shelf, and when I was at my first stop, Bullock's in Marietta, we were talking about the 1792 bottled bond, and the proprietor there said, yeah, we had some up to a little while ago. I'll go back in the back and see if maybe we still have some, because not all the product is out on the shelves. Especially in this store, they've got kind of a small bourbon section, so everything may not be there. And as he's walking towards the back, I say to him, oh, while you're back there, grab me a E.H. Taylor if you find one. And I was joking. I even laughed to myself like, yeah, like that's ever going to happen. So he's back there several minutes, I guess looking through the stock and thinking like, all right, well, strike one. That's all right. I really didn't expect much from Bullock's. They're a neighborhood liquor store, in fact, in my old neighborhood. And nice guys, nice store, decent prices, but kind of a neighborhood kind of thing. Well, he starts walking back with this tube in his hand. I'm going like, no frickin' way. And he comes up to, present the tube to me. And wait, why is this empty? Where is my file? I'll be right back. Note to self, never let your assistant know what unicorns you brought home. It was being held for ransom. I paid the ransom. It's going to cost me several bottles of Buffalo Trace. Oh well, it's worth it. So getting back to my story, he comes out with this and I'm going like, oh geez, what's this going to cost me? Because I've seen on the secondary market, being advertised for 150, 200, 200 plus. I asked him what the price was, and he told me that price was set by the owner for allocated items, and he only gets about 6 of these at a time, and I don't know how often, but he doesn't get very many, so he keeps them in the back for, I guess, clients that ask for them. And I don't really know this particular person that well. He doesn't know me, but I did ask for it by name. So I said to him, I thought about it for a second. I thought like, well, I'm not doing it for the show, really doing it for me. I said, I really would like to have one. So I can tell you that what I paid will remain private between me and him. I don't know if he publicizes that he has it or publicizes the price he sells it for, but I thought it was a fair price. It cost me less than either one of these that I bought, the Widow Jane Decadence. So I certainly thought, yeah, I'm going to take the gamble and give it a shot. So I'm hoping that now that the Buffalo Trace has dropped their distributor that they got into a lawsuit with, that we'll see more of this product readily available. Because, people love this product, good or bad. Maybe they love it just because they can't get it. I'm going to find out because we're going to do a first pour on this. So if you like this video, we're going to have more. We're probably going to go up to the Cumming area next and hit 3 stores like we always do. And if we 3 strikes and we're out, we pick up a consolation prize, which is a bourbon that's $40 and under. And so we don't come home with nothing. This time we came home with something. So if you want to see more of these kind of videos, it's going to be kind of an odd one. We're calling it What Bourbon Goes Best With, and you think of it, we're going to come up with it. The first episode is going to be What Bourbon Goes Best With Fig Newtons. Yeah, I'll repeat, Fig Newtons. It's going to be that kind of a series. So, again, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.